Tom, it's so great to have you back to have another discussion about parenting and all of the many facets of that. And I know one of the big questions we get a lot here at New Hope is, creating conversation with your adult children. And what's that process? What does that look like? And, the benefits of it, those types of things. Can you enlighten us a little bit on that?
Yeah, well, that's an interesting one. For me, there was a time where I hadn't talked to my mom for maybe 20 years or 10 years, whatever, long time.
Yeah.
When I was 17, there was stuff going on at home, and doctors were giving me tranquilizers. Now they would give you like anxiety meds, and I moved out. I couldn't take it. I was 17, and I went home one day to get some stuff I left behind.
Yeah.
And the locks were changed. I didn't find out for a long time later that my mom was afraid of something and she changed the lock, but she didn't give me a key. And she never actually told me I could move back home.
Oh.
So the day I went home to get some stuff and found the locks changed, I'm 17 and I cried myself to sleep that night thinking, that's it, man, I'm on my own.
Yeah.
No, we didn't talk then for the longest time. And Mom knew that, and eventually she said, can we talk? And I went, no, you'll just blame Dad. Can we talk? And she goes, no, you'll just blame, people, you'll excuse yourself. But she was persistent. And I think when there's something broken between adults and their adult parents and their adult children, whether you think it's broken or not, even if it's just a perceived thing, like there's something and her persistence in saying, I won't blame anybody, and I won't excuse myself. I just really want to know, how we can move past this. And I took the chance, and my siblings like, don't do it. But I did. I took the chance, and we had a great conversation. And she repented, and I forgave her, and we reconciled. And so, to pursue your kids like God pursues us. Yeah. Parents pursue their kids. And, that is the message, even if it doesn't get anywhere. That you keep pursuing them. Yeah. And of course, just to say, it's so simple to just simply say, how can I pray for you? This week. And if all this stuff, inviting them over, praying for them, but it's nice if it's reciprocal. But that, should never stop us from loving somebody, even our own kids. Yeah. If it's not reciprocal. And I think there's even an importance to say, how are things going in your marriage? How are things going with the kids? How are things going in your career? Like taking that interest and then writing it down and putting it in the prayer journal so you circle back to it in a few weeks, right? All of us appreciate. Oh, you remembered, you cared, you came back to it. And while I only gave you a little bit the first time because you remembered and prayed and came back to it, I'll give you a little bit more the next time. Sometimes parents have a hard time because their kids are living wayward lives. Yeah. And they don't approve. And I don't think they should finance and enable their children's sinful or deviant life. So don't. But you don't have to agree with their behavior to love them. Yeah. To see Christ in them and to speak the blessing over them. And that love is going to win the day in the long run. So it's not always easy, but I'd say parents, don't give up and keep pursuing your kids like God pursues us.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
If you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out the rest of our segments on parenting over on our channel. For the full parenting seminar, click the link in the description.